So in today's episode, we are going to be looking at Zilliqa, Avalanche, Uniswap, plus a little bit of BTC. Well, to be honest with you, everything has been going up for the past 2 days because obviously BTC has done tremendously well. It obviously pumped from about 10,500 all the way to about 11,500, and this is the current price that we are facing at this particular moment. So if you did listen to my previous video, right, so please check out the link which is about to pop out right now. Yeah, we did talk about the fact that the open interest was really showing otherwise. So in my previous video I did mention that the open interest was very extremely low due to the fact that we were sitting at around 37,000 BTC, and that time the price of Bitcoin was around 10,500. So I did say that it would make sense for the price to pump because they would make much more money liquidating the shorts in comparison to dropping the price down. So if you take a look at what has been happening right now, right, so if you take a look at the current open interest with regards to BTC, we are still around 36,000. This is probably because a lot of people obviously got stopped out of their positions, and as you can see right over here, we did have like a massive plunge in terms of the open interest because a lot of people were kind of you know, shorting the market, and again the price continued propelling to the upside. Now we are in a very tricky position because we do not really know exactly what is going to happen, and there's a lot of uncertainty with regards to the whole entire markets because, you know, if we take a look at what really happened today, right, this was obviously today. By the way, today is the 12th of October 2020. So if you look at today's scenario with regards to BTC, right, it is obviously very difficult to sort of analyze what is happening because we had all the possible scenarios. We had a bearish scenario, we also had like a bullish scenario. You know, like when I woke up, the prices were very extremely bearish, and yes indeed we did end up dropping. But a few moments later, a few hours later, we became extremely bullish. Okay, so to be honest with you, for the past 7 days, it has been extremely difficult for me to trade because right now I'm for the most part sitting in stablecoins because I'm just so not sure exactly where the markets might end up going because there's a lot of uncertainties. Okay, first of all, we are in October. October is a notorious month for dumps, okay, and we haven't had our correction. We haven't had that nasty correction, that October correction, and according to history, right, every year when there are elections in the United States of America, right, October is really one of those worst months to be trading in. But if you see what's been happening, right, obviously today is just the 12th of October, and we still have a lot more days in order for us to complete this particular month. So that particular nasty drop might still happen, and you know, a lot of people are anticipating that there's obviously going to be like more bearish narrative, especially when we approach the middle of October. Like for example, on the 15th of October, right, this is when like a lot of BTC is going to be released to the general public, to those people who were part of the Mt. Gox. I mean, if you guys don't really know anything about the Mt. Gox you know, fiasco that happened back in 2013 2012, right, so there was an extremely popular cryptocurrency exchange which had like a lot of people trading on it, and then it got hacked and a lot of people really lost their money. So they are going to be compensating these people, and these people are finally going to be able to like receive all that money, all that BTC that was stolen from them in 2013. So obviously on the 15th of October, right, there's going to be this bearish atmosphere which is going to start building up. So my question is, are the market makers trying to push the prices? one more time until we have that particular drop. And if we also had to look at the CME gap, right? So I don't know whether I can get the CME gap. Yeah, the Bitcoin CME features. We still have about 2 gaps that we still need to fill with regards to BTC. So if we take a look at this particular recent one, right, we obviously have a gap right between 11,115 all the way to about 11,345. So today we did sort of slightly fill the CME gap, even though that wasn't really complete. So we still need to sort of fill this particular area. So I don't really know when this is going to be able to happen, but according to historical data, right, every time the CME gap has been made, right, we obviously always sort of filled it up. Like for example, here we had this particular CME gap and we ended up filling it completely. It was completely filled. Okay, and where else did we have another gap? We obviously had you know, like a very minute gap right over here, and it got filled instantaneously. And yeah, taking a look at another one that we haven't filled, right, we obviously have this particular CME gap right over here. It hasn't been filled yet, and it is all the way down around 9,900 between, let me just zoom in, it's all the way between 9,655 all the way up to about 9,855. So we did sort of partially fill it in, but we just didn't go all the way in. So we still have these pending bearish scenarios with regards to the CME, and it usually gets filled, but the timing might be a little bit different, because sometimes it does take a very short period of time, and then at other times it does you know, take even months. So it's not really a guarantee that this particular CME gap or these particular CME gaps are going to be filled instantaneously. You know, sometimes they might take a little bit of a while. For example, here this one was immediately filled. Do you see this particular gap that we had here? We had like a crazy CME gap right over here, and it instantly got filled, just like you know, the following working day with regards to the CME futures. So these are the things that are really making me very skeptical with regards to what is going to be happening in October. But all I can say to the traders out there is the most important thing is reserving your capital. If you don't really know exactly what to do, if you are confused just like I am, like I mean, like, to be honest with you guys, the past few days I have been struggling to just sort of you know, come out profitable and just do my own thing, because you know, like, we have been having mixed signals with regards to everything. Because like, for example, what really happened today? This is a very good example of how confusing it is with regards to trading you know, these markets at times, because a few hours ago it was very extremely bearish and we ended up dipping, and then we super pumped. So can you imagine if you had put a short right over here and you forgot to put your stop loss and you went for work and just kind of forgot about this particular trade? Right now you would be definitely crying. Okay, and think about the people who kind of you know, were longing the markets right over here, and then they sort of thought that the markets were going to continue pumping. They obviously kind of got stopped out right over here, and they were like losing their minds around this particular area. But all in all, I mean, recently we have had like a very good massive up run. So perhaps this particular area right over here was the end of this sort of correction that we had. Okay, that is definitely a possibility, but you just have to remember that we still have that pending correction which is bound to happen. Moreover, US elections are going to be coming, and obviously October is a very slow month. But one thing that I know for sure is, if you are going to be investing in these particular coins for the long term, right, Zilliqa, Avalanche, Uniswap, plus a whole lot of different coins which are here, I mean, the ethereums, the cardano, Cardanos, plus a few other decentralized finance coins. You guys are just going to be overall very good. And November, December, all the way up to July 2021, it's going to be extremely euphoric. It's going to be extremely bullish. So the most important thing that I really want you guys to focus on is you have to survive October. Make sure that you either keep your portfolio intact or you end up, you know, making some profit on top of it. But please do not get reckless and do not get wrecked. Okay, so if you're going to be trading, please utilize a stop loss. Okay, because October is going to be very, very volatile, and this could either be a very good thing to you or it can work against you. I mean, what I usually do is, if I'm not really sure about any direction, right, I'd rather be in a stable coin than jump into a trend that I don't know what the outcome might be. So with regards to Zilliqa, I mean, of course, if you look at my previous video that I did about, I don't know, like 3 days ago, right, we did talk about the pump, and the pump happened. With regards to Avalanche, we did talk about that particular pump, and I'm sure you guys are probably taking your profits right now. So Uniswap inclusive. So yeah, let's also look at Uniswap. Uniswap apparently looks like it did bottom out around $2.50, but this is relative to what is going to be happening to BTC. If BTC and the stock market are going to be having this bullish momentum, right, then obviously we're just going to continue slightly pumping and gradually making our way to the top. But if the stock markets are going to be correcting, then everything is going to plunge with it. So these are the situations that really make me uneasy, and I'm just trying to be honest with you, because you know, sometimes I really get confused as well, because as a trader you want to be conservative and you just want to like go with the highest probable moves. But what really happens when you are having mixed signals? You're having like all the signals on earth, you're having both bearish and bullish scenarios at the very same time. What are you supposed to do in those particular cases? But of course, if we take a look at the open interest, right, the open interest right now is super bullish, because we are having a record low of about 37,727 BTC in total, in comparison to what we had you know, at these extremely, you know, high areas of open interest when we had about 970,000 BTC, right? We obviously had those nasty corrections. So right now it is highly unlikely to see like a major dump with regards to open interest. According to open interest, okay, I would expect some nasty corrections if the open interest was way above, I don't know, 90,000 BTC. Okay, but right now we are extremely at the bottom. So could we potentially see a gradual pump in the prices, or we're going to see like a nasty correction and perhaps the open interest is going to further decrease to, I don't know, like 10,000 BTC or 15,000 BTC. So that just relatively depends on what the stock markets are going to be doing. So this is one of the reasons why, to be honest with you, I am just having trouble right now, and I just need I just need to like you know, take a breather and just watch from the sidelines. But I'm just trying my best to make some money, and you know, traders go through this. It's not always that you're going to be having winning streaks, it's not always that you're going to be having like those losing streaks, but the most important thing is getting to reserve your capital. Okay, that's the most important thing. If you miss some opportunities, that's fine, that's okay, you can live with that. But if you lose your opportunity just because you just want to like you know, gain those few percentages in terms of profit, then you might end up just getting to buy the top, and that is extremely dangerous to your portfolio. So I don't know, guys, I don't know, I'm just going to, you know, watch from the sidelines, because to be honest, I did miss all these gains. Like most of these gains, I did miss them, to be honest with you. You know, I missed getting to like long BTC when it was around 10,500, I completely missed that one. I just didn't even, you know, dare to like go in, because I was afraid like if I go in around here, perhaps this is going to be like a correction. If I go in around here, there's going to be like another correction. So like the more I keep on procrastinating, the more it continues to pump. And yeah, I'm just having like a terrible dilemma right now. So yeah, I just wanted to like you know, talk to you guys and just release this tension that I'm having. But I'm just you know, scrutinizing and just galvanizing and just thinking about my next move. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to get back my mojo, and I'm really working on that. So as soon as you know, the other thing that I want to let you guys know is that because I'm having this conservative approach with regards to BTC, right? Because I know that the entire traditional markets and BTC is going to eventually correct in October. So perhaps this is one of the reasons why I'm failing to attack, because I've got this sort of message at the back of my head saying, okay, anytime the plug might be pulled and there's going to be like a nasty crash. So that's probably affecting my trading mojo and just going all in, guns blazing and all that good stuff. So yeah, I don't know, like we'll see what's going to happen in the next 3 days. Moreover, 15th of October is just 3 days from now, right? And you guys already know what happens with regards to you know, cryptocurrencies. Like 3 days is a lot of time. A lot of things can happen. A lot of things can really happen. And getting to look at this particular chart, right? I mean, the past this is really pissing me off. I mean, the past 3 days, right, we have had this amazing rise. Well, this is only like a 10% move, right? Oh, okay, so it's only a 10% move, right? Okay, but looking at these daily candles, it really looks like some crazy movement. Okay, so this has only been like a 10% move. Yeah, but if you look at the daily candles, it really looks extremely bullish, and like I don't know, just wasting time these past 4 or 5 days. So that's pretty crazy. I'm super pissed off, but it happens. It definitely happens. And yeah, I hope you guys had amazing trades. Zilliqa did do like massively well, and it ended up pumping. Like a lot of these altcoins have gone up by about 20%, 18%. So I really hope that you guys got to benefit off of them. But I understand that a lot of you are just sort of keeping them for the long term and the long run, which is absolutely perfect, because you know, that's the ultimate strategy that is really going to gain you a lot of money by the end of it all. But you know, some of us are just trying to do this daily 10%, 20%, whatever we can get. But sometimes that really gets super confusing, especially if you are looking at smaller time frames, because the smaller time frames can really get so confusing at times. Anyhow, that's the little rant that I had for you. So please look out for the 15th of October. Just watch the next bearish narrative, which is going to formulate on BTC. And there's always going to be like a reason. Once the Bitcoin thing starts correcting, right, everybody's going to be like, oh, that really makes sense. Oh, people are selling. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen, and then we'll see. So have a great time. And what coins are you guys looking at? And yeah, let me know how you guys have been trading these markets. Have you guys been profitable? Did you long this particular you know, low around 10,547 or yeah, $47? Did you guys at least get something? I really hope that a number of you got something. So yeah, take care. Talk to you tomorrow. Be good and God bless you.